for the sororities. They're taking the heat. We'll talk about the hanging penises. This is Lynn Siegel called, "I am shocked, I am just shocked that they stole the penis." Well, the Dildo Banditto stole the penises, and he is considered to be a hero amongst the major population in Boulder. It's only about 10% of the, how should I say it, feminist, lesbian, man-hating, flag-hating, hang-the-dick highs, radical crowd. They don't like it. Brad, you're on the air, man. What's going on?
How you doing, Jan?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Have you seen that commercial?
Which one?
The one on TV where they all go around the bar and they go, "How you doing?"
No.
How you doing? Okay, never mind.
No.
All right. So what's going on?
I was just wondering if they happen to find your penis in the library.
If they happen to find my penis?
Yeah.
Oh, will you stop that? You're bad. Very bad. Goodbye. Shame on you. Okay, that's it. Brad, no television privileges for a week. Turn the TV off. You cannot watch for a week. More calls.
I was just watching your show, and I'd like to say that lesbians and fags suck a big fat cock.
No,
they really do.
No, they don't. Lesbians do not suck dick. They hate dick. They want to take your dick and hang it in the library on a noose. Huh? That's what they want. They do not like dick. Although, what bothers me about, it's okay, you guys can laugh back there. What bothers me about lesbians is they go down to Fascinations and they buy a big strap-on dildo and then they get on top of each other and they're like, so there's another side of them that like dick. Huh? You can turn your mic on in there. It's okay to laugh on the air. We're looking for that. Okay, yeah. So that's the deal with them, And of course, gay men, they favor the penis. In fact, let me talk to my dick. How you doing? You doing okay, buddy? I know. I'm picking on us.
I hate them.
Don't hate gays and lesbians. Be nice to them. They are a little misguided.
Hey, Jan, my name is Ron.
Hey, Ron.
It's 4:27 a.m. in the morning. The reason I'm calling this late is because I just got off work, and I'm always up this late, but I'm watching your show regarding the rich, drunken sorority girl run down by a poor drunken slut, and
yeah.
I just want to say you're a genius, man. Your views on things are right on the money, and I really appreciate you and your show.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. In fact, Ron, you're looking at a Mensa guy here, 147 IQ. Big head, big brain, big head. Little dick. Okay. Big head, little dick. But we're happy. Bill, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Jan.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of new to Boulder. I was just wondering why everybody's like the way they are, like you are. And
why I am the way I am? It's too much testosterone, Bill. Just blows the hair right out of my head. Woo! How you doing, Bill? You're sitting home, you're smoking pot, you're drinking, huh?
No.
You are hammered.
I just got home from work and I just was listening to the channel and I saw you.
What? I know, what the fuck? This is good for entertainment. It beats putting my cat on my lap. Come here, Fluffy, put your paws up on the table and put your... Hey, Bill, what do you do for a living?
I work at a motorcycle shop.
A motorcycle shop? Really? What do you work on? What kind of motorcycles?
Harleys.
Harleys? No way. There's no motorcycle shop in Boulder that works on Harleys.
I work in Frederick.
Oh, you work in Frederick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a Harley. I had a 1937 police bike when I went to college in 1966 in Putney, Vermont, and I found a farmer that had an old police bike in there, and I went and bought it for $50.
Wow.
That's my Harley story. True.
Wow.
Twin coil, spark, advanced spark and ignition and throttle, and shifted it up here as a 4-speed.
Was it a flathead or was it a knucklehead?
I don't know. What's a 37 police bike? It was 1,200 cc's.
Knucklehead.
Yeah. Prison trash. All right, Bill.
Okay.
Keep watching.
All right.
Don't smoke too much dope. And do not drive and smoke.
All right.
All right.
All right, Dan.
All right. Asta pasta. More calls coming your way.
Hello, I'm currently watching the Jann Scott live TV show, I believe. There's a man on, it's Sunday afternoon, about one.
That's me.
There's a man on talking about the Boulder County Safe House, and I have to say I'm absolutely disturbed about the comments that he's made. I think he's a sick fuck, and I can't believe that he's on television right now.
Believe it.
Talking about the Boulder County Safe House, putting them down, putting their leadership down. That organization has done a whole lot of positive things for women in this community and otherwise. This man on TV is calling them all lesbians. And
They are
the only
lesbians.
reason why they're there is to prey on the victims that come in there seeking them their
That's
help.
right. That's right.
Like I said before, let me echo that he's a sick fuck. Now, I do understand the importance of the First Amendment. I am a lawyer. However, his statements only encourage misogyny that a lot of the women are in the safe house for, and I can't believe that he's on television.
Shut the fuck up. Just stop with this. I am a lawyer. I bet you're a lesbian lawyer. Look, let's talk about lesbian domestic violence. It's higher than male-female. When the bull dyke gets together with the femme dyke, the bull dyke thinks that she's a tough guy, puts on the big sweatshirt, and starts slapping the femme around. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about women-initiated domestic violence. Okay, I'm not in favor of domestic violence. I don't think men should hit women. Let's get this straight. But oftentimes what happens, and you know, if you've been involved in domestic violence, that the woman sometimes gets a little angry at the guy and calls him fucking asshole. He loses it and he hits her, and the woman always gets hurt. But it usually takes two of them, in most cases, to get this thing started. Alcohol and drugs, always involved in domestic violence cases. And Safe House has an exorbitant amount of lesbians that work down there. Why are there lesbians working at Safe House? There should be heterosexual women working with heterosexual women. Having lesbians running Safe House and doing counseling, it's like having a bunch of guys counseling the chicks. They're all vulnerable and everything. And then the lesbians get in there and go, hate men, hate men, hate men, hate the dick, lick me, lick you, lick me. Let's lick each other good. Being a lesbian, it's good for you. And that's why we got the hanging dicks. I mean, have you seen the, what is it called? What's the name of that exhibition down there? Any of you guys know? Is it called Domestic Violence Above Art? What is that, Alyssa? It's domestic violence over art or something. All you go in is they got boobs in there and they got women in there. Where's the lesbian domestic violence? The lesbian beating her girlfriend with the dildo. Oh, they don't have that in there. And why didn't the Boulder Public Library fly the American flag? Why didn't they fly the big 11 by 15 foot banner? You go in there now, they have a little tiny dick of a flag in there. The big penis flag is not flying, but you go over to the art exhibit and there are 22 dicks, 22 penises flying by the noose. Lesbians hating the dick. That's what it should be called. I'll tell you one thing. The library, oh my God. There are a bunch of heterosexual girls back here running the show. Look how they think. They like the penis. Like the penis. Love me. Love my penis. How you doing, buddy? Are we okay? All right. Anyways, that's it. You know, and the whole thing is a lesbian conspiracy. I'll tell you one thing. The Safe House, their history, their funding is screwed. They screwed themselves. They lost all credibility on this one. And I mean, here we have Congressman Tancredo now out to get Boulder, out to yank all of our federal funding. It is just the biggest fiasco. The city manager should have apologized for the librarian to the people of Boulder and to the nation, and he didn't. And you know what else? 90% of the phone calls to this TV show agree with what the Dildo Banditto did and said. They also, I mean, they're also voicing, you know, that nobody wanted to see the 22 hanging dicks. You don't hang a lot of dicks up just before Christmas. No. If you're a girl, you find a guy with a dick, you climb in bed with him, and you go, my buddy, Mr. Happy. Right? Yeah. Don't go fucking hanging him up in a cold library. That's brutal. That's what you call male bashing. That's what you call male sodomy. Are they laughing back there? They are. Huh?
Keep it up. This is awesome.
Thank you. I like it. How you doing?
Hello, my name is Randy. I'd just like to comment on the penis exhibit in the public library.
Go right ahead.
I feel that is a definite cause for outrage among men and other citizens who care about humanity. The display of selfishness on the part of the women who did this.
Listen to this guy.
And even, in my opinion, incites hate and injury to men as far as hanging up severed penises.
Absolutely.
I think women deny any responsibility for anything that goes wrong in society and places it on men, the responsibility, and that this transfers into a lot of prejudice and bias against men in our society. A man goes to court, he's automatically guilty, and
here we go.
Instead of working to correct the problem, they try to feed it with more anger and hate.
You got it, and you know why? Because they're lesbians and they want the women to hate men so that they can score. See, we're losing all the really good heterosexual women to the lesbians. Lesbians like to turn heterosexual women. Just come on over here, try me. I'll lick you the way you've never been licked before. Huh? I hear all these people. Too bad we couldn't hear these people laugh on the air. We can't hear them laugh on the air, Dawn. This laughing is good. We have a tiny little studio audience back there which is laughing, but we cannot hear them. You guys back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, thanks so much. Nice to meet you. See, look, here's the problem. It's a feminist, man-hating conspiracy. The girl who did the dildos, the 22 dildos, well, I met some of her friends, and they said she's the sluttiest hoe they know. She's out banging everybody. So she's like hanging dicks, thinking it's funny, insulting everybody, and then she's a complete slutty hoe, banging all of her friends, men and women. All right, Bill, how you're on the air?
Jan, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. What's up?
Hey, man, first time watching your show.
Yeah.
You rule.
Thank you so much, yeah.
You know every...
I do.
Me and my buddy, we're from LA, we're traveling.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen your show. You rule.
Yeah, do you have a show like this?
Do you
have a show like this in LA?
No, not even close.
What do you do here? What are you doing here in Boulder?
Well, I can't say, I don't want to get fired. But
Yeah,
we clean pipes.
You what?
Technically, yeah, we do. We clean pipes.
You play what?
Clean pipes.
You clean pipes?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Well,
you mean like
we put chemicals in them.
What's that?
We put chemicals in them.
Oh, you like the Roto-Rooter man?
No, we don't eat.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
Close, okay.
But you are cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. Am I right about this, though? It's like the lesbian...
No, you are on the ball.
Lesbians turning the women against the men.
Lesbians do want the, you know what?
They want it all to themselves.
Yeah.
And we have to... Penises, we have to unite. Put it up there, girls.
Oh, shit.
We have a bunch of girls running the show. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bill. Good to see you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Talk to you later.
You rule.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. 440-3572. Penises, unite, stand firm. There it is in flesh tones. Nice job, Dawn. We like that. Stand firm, penises. 440-3572. If the line's busy, keep trying back. We only have one phone line. And if it's not Thursday night, you can call the Jaw line on 447-1-JAW. Jann Scott Live's the name of the TV show. Been on the air for, 12 years. Going on 13, actually.
Jan, your comments are absolutely ridiculous. You can't live other people's lives. You're talking about the pipe fitter and all these kids up, you just can't live everyone's life, Now,
let's talk about the pipe fitter. The pipe fitter sells crack pipes. They sell dope paraphernalia. They've been busted twice. All they do is promote and perpetrate dope smoking and drug taking to the children that hang out up on the hill, and it's bad. Okay, I don't like them.
this is America. We're free, for one.
Yeah, you are not free to break the law. You are not free to deal drugs, and you're not free to smoke crack.
You can't just say, the bars are closed because you don't like them. Dude, if you don't like them, Leave.
No.
Go somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Just go on, leave. No, I am a city father. I am here to hold you children accountable. I am not going to allow you to burn down my town. Look at it that way, okay? Just think of me as the mayor of Boulder. I mean, we have a mayor, Will Tour, who's kind of a quasi-mayor. I mean, you know, fucking guy writes a letter to a United States senator and tells him to buzz off. The only Native American Indian senator in the United States Senate writes to the mayor and says, hey, what's the deal? Why didn't you fly the big 11 by 15 flag in the library that the employees wanted to fly? He sends him a U.S. flag that flew over the Capitol, and Will Tour writes him back and says, hey, thanks for the flag, mind your own business. You don't tell a United States Senator from Colorado, who is an American Indian, whose ancestors were murdered by Will Tour's ancestors, you don't tell that guy to buzz off. You listen to him. Jesus. So you can think of me as the mayor. And I don't want you kids taking drugs anymore. Right, huh, Dawn? Is that like a gangster hat you have on there? She's got like this, I mean, isn't it hot back there? All right. Just talking to some friends. All right. Oh, Brad, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, man, I don't know. I like drugs, man.
Oh.
You know, man, I sell drugs on the hill, man, you know.
You do not.
I do, man. I swear to God. I've sold you drugs before, Jan. You like your age dirty, man. You don't need to lie.
You never sold me drugs. I actually used to deal drugs in Boulder back in the 70s before I got really sick with it. So what's your deal? What about this stripper you want to talk about?
The stripper, I like her too, man. She used to give me head for drugs, you know, up on the hill too.
The one that drove the car?
Totally, man.
What's her name?
Her name's Shakira. That was her state. I don't know. She wouldn't tell me her real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to the bus stop?
Yeah, I do.
So do the girls turn tricks there?
Not that I know of. I try to get them to, but they don't seem to
Well, you just
want
said but you said she gave you head for drugs?
Well, yeah, she used to suck dick for ecstasy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much the story with most strippers. Most strippers say, we are not prostitutes!
She was a total prostitute.
Until you tip them $100, and then they give you their phone number and they say, let's go out during the week, and you take them shopping, and they get about 5 guys that give them a couple $100 a week, and they make $1,000 a week plus the $250 a week they make dancing, and that's how they make all their money.
Do you know this by personal experience, Jan? What's going on?
Personal experience? Well, actually, yes. And we did a TV series on the, it's called The Best Little Whorehouses in Boulder and Denver, where we went in and interviewed everybody, and they pretty much showed us how it works. The way it works is, if you go to a strip club like the Landing Strip, you know, where there's 6 men's rooms, you know, $50 will get you a blowjob there, and then what they do is all the girls take their money into the back office. At the end of the night, the management strip searches them, and then they take half the tips. Because they can't, you know, you can't make your money on alcohol. The real money's coming in through prostitution and through the dancers.
Well, the bus stop must be going out of business soon then, because
They're not out of business. They're rolling, you know, they're raking it in. And places like the bus stop, every dancer I ever knew at the bus stop, sooner or later admitted that, yeah, I got about 3 or 4 guys on the side that I trick for, and they pay me $100 to $500 a night, and that's how they make it.
See, but that place, they don't have good-looking girls there. I'm getting a little disappointed. You gotta drive to Denver, the chicks there just aren't very good-looking. It's kind of a turn-off, actually.
Occasionally they're good looking, it depends.
Yeah, they all end up going in Denver. They all go to the bus stop and they realize that they can make more money in Denver, and then they abort.
It's a sleazy business, you know. It's a business of exploitation of women, of drugs, of AIDS. I mean, you know, most of those topless dancers are AIDS time bomb ready to go off. Anybody that has anything to do with them is out of their fucking mind.
That's got to be a brass generalization there.
Gotta go, Brad. Good talking to you. 440-3572, the talk line. You're watching Jann Scott Live.
Okay? Same thing with the students. You know, you're sitting there and you're talking about these, you know, all these kids up there, and you want them to shut up. Why can't they just shut up? That's your argument. Just shut up and sit at home. You know what? I bet a lot of them would really like to, dude. But then you guys got shit like the Green Police coming in and knocking down their door.
No. The Green Police are not going in and knocking down the doors. When the Green Police or the environmental police officers go by a house where the noise levels are too high, you got, you know, if you're going to have a party, you have 30 or 40 people over, fine. Keep it inside. Shut up. But to have it pour into the street, start the couches on fire, tear down the fences, pee in the neighbor's yard, piss off the little old ladies, it's trouble, man. And they don't bust the door down. They come in and they tell you. First they warn you, then they ticket you. That's how it works. Okay? You are not the victim of us. We are the victim of you, turd ass.
At night. Now, that is not right, my friend. And, you're part of the problem around here. It's guys just like you that are part of the problem.
The problem is that I call you into accountability, and you don't like to be called into accountability because you're a dribble-faced snot-nose, and dribble-faced snot-noses don't like to be called into accountability. My parents pay $20,000 a year for me to come to school, and why can't I get drunk and piss in the street, burn the city, rape the co-eds, and because it's not allowed. 440-3572. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Early Merry Christmas. Okay, who got food poisoning on Thanksgiving?
CU's been, CU saved this town. We've been, I don't know how old it is, 100 years or something like that? We've had CU around here.
Okay, just because CU is here, and just because CU brings a lot of money into the community, does that give the students the right to get drunk and burn the city down? You think it does. No, it doesn't. Grow up!
And it's like, nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is you. Students have been burning cow for the last 50 years.
No, they
And this is ridiculous.
No.
For you to come and it's like, nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is you. Students have been burning couches and burning books at the end of every school year for the last 50 years.
Well, forget it. We can argue this one with when you start burning the streets, when you start houses on fire, when 600 students come into the streets and try to destroy the community, and you start throwing Molotov cocktails and rocks at police officers and firemen, somebody's going to jail. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be as nice as the cops were. What the cops should have done in the case of the riot is sent in first wave with long batons to hit the students on the legs, knock them down, had the second wave of police officers step over them, ban them with those plastic strips, and then drag them back to a secure area, throw them all in jail, about 200 or 300 of them, and then expel them the next day from school. But that didn't happen. Oh no, like 3 or 4 or 5 people got expelled, and the university makes excuses up the wazoo. And the university is to blame for this. Okay, the Dean of Student Affairs, Ron Stump, Elizabeth Hoffman, the president, they're all to blame. They've been dicking around with this thing forever, and they won't address it.
Going, I was just wondering, where do you think the terrorists are going to hit this time? And they're thinking about maybe the malls or the airports. I don't know. I don't think it's the airport this time because they got high security and everything down there. And hey, I was thinking, do you think maybe the malls or maybe the move?
No, the terrorists aren't going to hit any place. We've just about killed them all. It's one of these cases where, America strikes back, kicks ass, and takes no hostages. You can forget about it. The Taliban's nearly all dead, so are the Al-Qaeda, and by the time we get finished with Osama bin Laden and all of his rich, spoiled brat Saudi friends, they'll be dead too. They are not going to strike anywhere. The next place we're going to is Iraq. We're going to move in there. Hamas and some of these other terrorist groups. If you follow the news, all of these countries have lined up and they're throwing these people in jail like crazy, and it's good. Now you've got the commie lefties out there complaining because we've got 700 suspected terrorists in jail, and some idiot wrote an editorial in the Daily today saying, yeah, but look, remember what they did to the Jews. They came knocking for you. Wait till they come knocking for you. Oh my God, the Justice Department's out of control. No. They're picking suspected terrorists and they're putting them in jail. Remember, the Nazis threw millions and millions of Jews in jail. There is not even a remote comparison. Okay, these people want to whine. They're a bunch of whine asses. We are rounding up these radical Islamic terrorist Muslim groups around the world, and we're jailing them. And the ones that are going to war with us, we're killing them, and we're killing them all. And you know what I say? Hooah! Fuck yeah, man. You think I want to, have these jerk-offs running around blowing shit up in my country? Hell no. Kill everybody. Kill them all. Let God sort them out. We shall send them to Allah! Yeah, baby. And if Allah doesn't sort them out, we know one guy that will, right? Jesus. Woo! Jesus will sort them out.
Jann Scott, thank you for having Bob Rowan on. I really appreciate that his artistic statement. And
now wait a minute. Bob Rowan, of course, the Dildo Banditto, who went in and took down the penises, the hanging penises. Actually, those stupid idiots from Safe House in the library put the penises in a window in the main library, and he walked in with his 8-year-old son and his 4-year-old daughter, and it was in shock. They pissed the guy off so much he went and took the penises down. And he called the press to tell us that he was doing it, and then he called us after he did it. The guy is considered to be a hero, and the city of Boulder has completely missed this one. Really screwed up.
Think that he made a very strong statement that was true art and real art, not that what was hanging wasn't real art. I just don't know if that represents the way many women feel.
Now, the girl that did that stuff, she's a slutty hoe. I talked to 2 of her friends this week. She's out banging all of her friends and everybody. She likes the dick. She thought it was a big joke.
And many Americans feel, women and men.
Yeah.
I think that I agree with you. I hope that the DA throws this one out.
Yeah, totally. They'll slap him on and say, "Don't do it again. See you later." Hi, caller. You're on the air. What's going on?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just curious about your comments about that. That the terrorists are not going to strike again domestically, and I'm curious why you feel that way.
Because we're throwing a lot of them in jail. Day by day, we're rounding them up nationally and internationally. If you follow this story, every single country from Brazil, Peru, to all of the Middle Eastern countries, to European countries, we're jailing these guys like crazy. We are on the run. We have them on the run. This is the biggest law enforcement investigation in the history of the world, and I think we've basically taken the wind out of their sails. And my prediction is that Osama bin Laden will probably be dead within a week.
I agree with you with your comments, but aren't you concerned with some of the recent breaches of security, i.e. Chicago, where the gentleman showed up with, I believe it was dynamite and other things, and was able to breach security there? Or
was he Middle Eastern, or was he a crazy?
No, I think he was from Nepal, but
he was from Nepal.
Yes, but I'm not implying that he was a terrorist. I'm just I'm saying that if individuals like him are able to breach security with what he had. I don't think we're really on top of the ball yet.
Well, we're gonna have those guys, like the Timothy McVeighs of the world are going to still be around, and you're still going to have the occasional bomber, and you're going to have Ted Kaczynski and some people like that. I don't think they're going to go away. But an organized worldwide Muslim, radical Muslim effort to kill the white infidel, that is being, I think it's pretty well crushed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I agree with most of your comments. Anyway, thank you very much.
Well, good. Thanks for calling. Bye. 440-3572, Jann Scott Live, the name of the TV show. Taking your calls and playing back some of your comments over the past week. Open lines tonight. How are you this evening? All right.
Hi, this message is for the Dildo Bandito. I just wanted to call and say I really respect your opinions about all these dildos and things. I took a lot of offense. I actually saw the artwork and I thought it was terrible. And I just wanted to call and tell you, Dildo Bandito, you're the greatest guy, and I just respect what you've done so much. And I also want a shirt that says Viva el Bandito. So if you could get back with me on.
Okay, the Dildo Bandito guy, Bob Rowan is his name. He's in the phone book. You can call him and you can get one of those Dildo Banditto shirts from him. Just look up Bob Rowan, give him a call. And he has a lot of fans, hundreds of letters. About 90% of them are in support of him. Only 10%, which I call the crazy, radical, Nazi, feminist, lesbian left, have had the loudest voice in this and embarrassed our community nationally, statewide, and locally, to the point where we've had a U.S. congressman and a U.S. senator reprimand us. And I mean, you know, the librarian, obviously, Grallop should be fired. The city manager hasn't had the balls to even reprimand her and tell her, what the hell are you doing? Look, I talked to the public information officer, Janna Peterson, at the city of Boulder, and I held her feet to the fire. And she said, Jann, don't you lump me with the people at the library, because I don't, believe what they did. And I said, well, why don't you come out and say that? Who the hell's running the show here? Is this librarian who's been in good service for 41 years, is she running the show? Embarrassed us at a national level? What a stupid-ass thing to do. Shame on them. Shame on what the hell's the city manager's name? It's Ron. See, I already have the guy gone. He should have resigned over this. The librarian should be fired. The people of Boulder have turned Bob Rowan into a hero. And the city, the people that we have running the city, completely missed this, including our illustrious, big-headed mayor. 440-3572, the top line.
Yeah, Jann, concerning your dildo
I don't own a dildo.
exhibit, I think we should ask for the resignation of the librarian supervisor.
There you go.
Being that she cannot make appropriate decisions for the city. Thank you for listening.
Yeah,
Bye.
You're right. I mean, I think so. She should be gone. She should resign. Frank, you're on the air.
Hey, Jann, I was just curious. You were just saying that detaining all those people is justified. I don't know how you can explain that when there's been close to 1,300 people.
What was it, about 780 now, 800 in this country?
What I've been hearing is over 1,200, and only a handful, even Ashcroft himself has been saying only a handful have actually, they've only found a connection to actual terrorism with only a handful, maybe 5 or 10 out of all those people, and you think that's justified?
Well, that is not true, okay? There are about 780 people who are detained. There were as many as about 1,170. A lot of them were let go, and a lot of them were suspect. And when you're in a time of war and national crises the way we are, they had good reason to jail those people, hold them, and not tell you and I a lot about it. It's not like they rounded up tens of thousands. They rounded up 1,000, maybe more, a little less,
enough.
and with good reason.
That's way too many.
No, it isn't. What do you want them to do? To go around blowing shit up?
So you think 1,200 people are blowing stuff up in this country? You're kidding me?
No, well, this Al-Qaeda organization is a huge organization, as well as Hamas, Black September, Palestinian Liberation Front.
Well, I understand, but I mean, should they start saying, "Oh, look, there's a Mexican immigrant. Let's arrest him because he's..."
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something. If a Mexican group had come to this country and did what these Middle Eastern Saudis did, there would be some hell to pay. Wait a minute. Go back. Let's go to World War II. During World War,
they interned thousands of Japanese. Is that justified?
No, but listen to me.
Okay.
During World War II, we went to all German foreigners were deported during World War II, and Japanese foreigners were either jailed or deported. They were certainly deported. If you were here on a German student visa or working or lived here and you didn't have you were not an American citizen, you were out of the country. So I think what they're doing in retrospect compared to what we did in World War II, I think, I'll tell you what, I think they're doing it just right. And I think that the
well, there's no question that it's better than World War II.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that doesn't mean it's justified.
We got this crazy feedback. You got to fix that. Well, no, we're not gonna let these people continue. I think, you think that their civil rights are being violated, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, they're not.
Well, I think that, at least give them the right to an attorney. You know what I mean? You can't. How would you feel if someone in your family or your immediate or extended family, the police showed up in the middle of the night, arrested them, and said they were suspects if they thought there was some connection with some terrorist organization?
I trust that the Justice Department are targeting people that need to be targeting, and they're trying to put a stop to this. And there's only 1,100 people. It's not like they went in and they jailed 300,000 or 30,000.
Well, I understand it's not as bad, like you said, it's not as bad as World War II, but it's still not justified.
It's a nasty
business. Did you hear about the Pakistani guy who was jailed in New Jersey? He ended up dying in jail of natural causes. But they arrested him because of some person down the street who thought he looked suspicious. He's like 60 years old.
No, the Justice Department said that most of the people they're holding are either here on visa violations. I'm going to tell you something else that's about to happen. People from Middle Eastern countries, it was Dianne Feinstein from California, Congressman Feinstein, who is a leftist, has introduced a bill to Congress to not allow any more students from the top 5 terrorist countries, including Iran, Iraq, Yemen, and I can't remember the other ones.
Well, I understand that there are serious problems in some of these countries, but do you say, Timothy McVeigh blew up the building in Oklahoma City, let's round up all middle-aged white men?
Yeah, you know what they did? They rounded up, they went after all the militia groups. They crushed the radical right-wing militia in the United States. We put them on notice and we crushed them. They're a dangerous group, including the, what's the anti-abortion group?
There are probably many of them. I don't know.
Well, there's one big one. It's called Operation Rescue. They were crushed. And no, I think we're doing it just right. And I don't think that you should be listening to these, leftist jerk-offs that we have here in Boulder that are selling, this line of nonsense. They're playing right into the hands of the terrorists and, right into the hands of the people that would want to bring down America. Classic case is a guy like David Barsimian, who's on KGNU and also teaches up at the university. He says that we asked to have the World Trade Center, knocked down, and that America is an evil,
Well, I don't agree with that by any means.
All right.
I don't agree with that by any means, but I'm just saying that I question whether it's justified to do all this. But anyway,
I think it's pretty good. Listen, I think the Muslims are crazier than hell.
Okay, that's another question I was going to ask you. Do you think it's a result of Islam, or do you think it's how do you feel about Islam?
Absolutely. I think that and I'll tell you why. The Islamic clerics and the Muslim clerics had the opportunity in this country to come out loud and strong in defense of the United States, in defense of freedom, and condemn.
And many of them did.
No, many of them did not. They did not. You haven't seen any on the national program saying, we condemn what happened.
Do you remember that national prayer service that happened days after that? There was a major Islamic cleric who denounced it.
I saw that. I'm not impressed. And I have to tell you,
okay, I understand, and I agree that they're horrible clerics, but does that mean it's a direct result of Islam, a direct result of the Quran?
I think so. They want to. They see that we are the infidel, and that we are the white devil, and that we all need to be killed.
But
and there's more.
But it doesn't say that anywhere in Islamic law. It says that these clerics, I agree, like you're saying, they get up there and they spew out hatred, but that doesn't mean it comes from the faith.
Well, the faith has a big problem. The Muslim religion has a big problem, and
what is the problem?
The problem is that they are perceived as a bunch of crazy sons of bitches that want to blow up Western civilization.
Oh, I see. Okay, the perception of Islam. Yeah. There's the problem of perception. Yeah, I agree with that.
And the less they denounce that, the more they look like it's going to happen. Hey, listen, thanks, Frank. Good call. Okay,
thanks,
best
Jeff.
call of the night. Jann Scott Live, the name of the TV show, 440-3572, the talk line. Make sure we play that music and roll the credits on time.
Yes, I'm watching the Jann Scott show. My name is Mike Shires. I think it's ridiculous that you call the hanging penises art. Thank you.
Yeah, well, they're not art. It is a direct attack on men. That girl, did it as it's a form of male bashing. She hates men. Actually, her friends told me that she's a nymphomaniac and that she really likes dick. But the rest of the lesbians and the feminists and the safe house people and the crazy librarian hate men. and hate the dick? Or do they love the dick? I don't know. It's confusing. But it's like, I'll tell you one thing. All they did was increase the amount of domestic violence. They brought it on. They said, let's take it to the men. Let's get the men. Anyways. Yeah. That's a nice song. All right. We will continue this discussion next week. Between now and Christmas, a lot more stuff coming up, and we have a lot of Christmas television specials too. On Jann Scott Tonight, our magazine version. This is the big mouth part, where I get to take on the issues. And great calls tonight. Thanks so much. Next Thursday, 8 o'clock. This show incidentally repeats overnight. I think at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then tomorrow at noon. And Saturday nights at 8 o'clock it repeats, and Sunday at noon. All right. Have a nice holiday. Have you been ice skating yet? I'm going to get out there and try some of that. Thanks to Dawn Bowen tonight, and what's the rest of the crew back there? They're all from 8th grade. No, they're not. Shandon, thanks to Shandon, and Alyssa, Barry, for helping. See you on the street. We're out videoing almost every day. Good night, everybody.